Hello, Sam here. For the next probably 3 minutes or so, I'm going to show you how to make your next million. So in the boardroom, this is for the guys that are doing at least 100K, and we want to take you up to 500K per month. So let's actually, you know what, even better, let's chuck a timer on. That way I can stay on track. Let's hit go here, and I'll run you through exactly what we're going to be doing. So firstly, the goal that we have here is to help you make your next $1 million. We don't want to be latching onto marketing agencies and trying to learn from our accountants and all these other people who think they've got the great advice or the real life answers. This is just for trades. This is for guys who are servicing builders predominantly. This is not for builders. So let's just get that clear. This is for subbies, all right? Let's do this. So we're at 2 minutes 30. I want to make sure, firstly, are you sitting in the back seat of your business, or are you leading from the driver's seat? And you'll notice here that there's a lovely little Porsche GT3. That's a little soft spot for me. But let's get back to this. So how do we craft an organization that can get us our next $1 million? Well, you would have seen us talking in a few ads and a bit of online content about our pipeline, our people, and our profit. We got pipeline, people, and profit. Well, for guys at your level, there is a little bit more sophistication here. It's a little bit more in depth. And we actually have a couple departments that sit within our 3 Ps. We've got our marketing and sales as a part of our pipeline. We have our operations and our team as a part of the people departments. And we have our finance and our strategic direction, or our strategy. So this, my friend, is our economic engine. And to guide you through the process a little bit easier is we actually do a little bit of troubleshooting here. So the questions that I want us to ask ourselves at least once a month is, and let's grab a highlighter here for this, did we achieve our revenue target? If yes, we can continue on. And if no, we're going to jump out of the side and we're going to go, okay, well, is it a marketing or is it a sales function that we need to improve? Now let's continue on. I know that we've got the clock ticking. So if we go down and say, all right, well, yes, we did achieve our target. Then did we achieve our gross profit target? If yes, we continue on. And if no, we're jumping out to look into operations. Or if it's not an operations issue, is it a team issue? Is there something going on within the team? This is how we diagnose the problems, and this is how we know what we need to work on next. So, okay, let's run under the assumption that yes, we did hit our gross profit target, and we're jumping out into the next piece. Did we hit our net profit target? If the answer is no, then we're jumping in to have a look at our finances. This is generally around our operating expenses, because if we didn't hit our GP target, we're probably not going to hit our net profit target as well. Okay, and if I'm losing you on some of this terminology, that's okay. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Ooh, I've got 7 seconds left. I do apologize for that. We will go a little bit over time, but let's keep moving, shall we? Okay, so if you did achieve your net profit target, then we have a question to answer for ourselves. And let's zoom in on here. What is our strategic direction? Are we going in the right direction? How are we going to reinvest the profits into the business and or our lifestyle empire to give us the stuff we want, to give us the life we want? So that is really how I troubleshoot. I know it looks a little bit chaotic at the moment because I tried to get it into 3 minutes. It didn't quite work. And this is something that usually takes us an hour or so to get through. So, okay, moving right along. There are 2 components. There's actually 3, but there's 2 components that I want to talk to you about. Escape velocity is the first period. I usually picture escape velocity as a mentality, but this is a section of our trainings for escape velocity. This is all part of the boardroom. But escape velocity essentially is for the guys that are doing about $1 to about $3 million a year. And escape velocity really means that we are on the momentum or the trajectory in order for the business to get easier. When we're doing between 1 to 2 and 3, generally we can afford about a 2IC or another non-billable, if not 2. Then we move along to orbit. This is our top tier. These are the guys that are doing 300 to 500K a month, or the 3 to 5 million or $3 to $6 million a year. Orbit is the scenario where we say, do I want to exit? Do I want to put my company on management? Or do I want to just remove some of the operational tasks that I have to do? Orbit is the process of de-shackling the company from us. It gives us our life back. Orbit really is our lifestyle empire. So, what does this all mean? Sam, this is great, this is cool, thank you for explaining it. We've got our escape velocity here in the center tier of our roadmap, and we have our orbit in the top tier as well. You'll notice that there is 36 odd trainings here. We have a few more in the portal as well, but we want to keep our roadmap as simple as possible because we want to focus on our next right thing. So just below, you're going to chuck some details in when you do talk to our team and jump on a call with them. They're going to go through the priority planner and they're going to ask you some of these questions here about, am I responsible for my pipeline and I track my data? Let's pick another question out as well. I know what it means to be an effective managing director. That's something that's really true to my heart about how do we lead the company forward effectively. So when you jump on the call with our team, they'll go through this, you'll traffic light, you'll understand exactly what you need to do next, where some reds are, where some greens are, what you're doing not so good, what you are doing fantastic, and that'll give us a good snapshot into where you are and also what you can work on in order to get the company where you need to go. So a big thing that we focus on is actually our next right thing. We know that we have this huge goal that sits up the top here. It could be 3 mil, it could be 10 mil. I'm not really too fussed what your perception of huge is. All I want to make sure that we are doing is focusing on each different stage. So we're going to make our way through. We've already cracked our first 100. We can tick that off. We might be looking at our second 100. Or we could be looking at 3 or 4 or up to 500 and beyond. All I want us to do is make sure that we know what our target is and then what are we actually needing to do right now in order to hit it. So I'm just going to leave you for a second and say, mate, this is your year. We would love to have you in. Book a call with the links below. You'll have to jump through the form, give us your details. And on the next page, you'll be able to book a call. I just want you to take a moment to think, do you want this to be your year or not? Because as much as you'll jump on a call, you'll talk with our team, this is a two-way interview process. We only want high performers in the boardroom. You're kind of going to have to apply. And if you really want to stand out, bring your A game. Because we only want to have A players. This is alpha tradie. This is not beta tradie. So jump in the form below, hit continue. That'll nip you over to the calendar booking page. You can pick a time that suits you. It's going to be a Zoom call. We're going to go through a few questions. We've got some prior stuff for you to do first as well, so you can make sure that your application process is sound. And my friend, I really look forward to seeing you on our weekly calls. Bye for now.